Good day, everyone. My name is Kanjo Roscajao. So today, I'll be talking about something you probably heard before. It's genetically modified organism or GMOs. We often see or hear about them in food, but not everyone really understand what they are. So, in this presentation, I'll break it down in a simple way. Yes, simple way. So, what GMOs are, where they come from, if they are safe, and why people have different opinions about them. Let's start with the basics. GMOs are living things like plants or bacteria that had their DNA changed using science. Basically, scientists edit their genes to give them certain traits. For example, they can make crops stronger against pests or even improve their nutritional value. So, instead of waiting for natural changes over time, scientists sped up this process in the lab. Now, a bit of a background. So, this idea actually started in 1970s when scientists first learned how to modify the DNA. Then, in 1982, the first GMO product was created. It is a insulin for people with diabetes. After that, in 1990s, GMO crops like corn and soybeans started becoming common in farming. And up until today, GMO are still widely used and continuously being developed. And now let's talk about the safety because this is what most people are concerned about. According to organizations like the World Health Organization, GMOs that are approved are generally safe to eat. Before they are released, they go through strict testing. But even with that, some people are still worried about long-term effects, side effects, which why studies are still ongoing. In the following slide, we will see some examples of GMO products. First in our list is the golden rice or the malusog rice. It is a type of rice that has been genetically modified to produce beta carotene, which the body turns into vitamin A. It was developed to help reduce vitamin A deficiency, especially in children. Next is BT corn. It is a genetically modified corn. Corn that has been modified to resist pests, so farmers don't need to use as many pesticide. It can produce higher yield and healthier crop. As you can see in the picture, you can see a violet corn. Last on our list is the BT eggplant or BT talong, a generally modified eggplant that can fight insect pests on its own. This helps reduce a chemical spraying on crops. Now, let's look at why GMOs are actually important. In agriculture, they help farmers produce more food and to reduce losses. In medicine, GMOs are used to make things like insulin and vaccines. They can also help reduce the use of harmful chemicals in farming. So, overall, GMOs have the potential to help solve big global problems like hunger and disease. But of course, it's not all positive. Some people are concerned about how GMOs might affect the environment, like reduce the biodiversity. Other question if it's ethical to change the natural makeup of living things. But they're also concerned about health risk and the influence of the large company that handling or controlling the GMOs. And because of all of these issues, GMOs are still debated. So to wrap it up, GMOs are a powerful tool in science that can improve our food and health. But at the same time, they come with risk and concern that we shouldn't ignore. That's why it is important to stay informed and think critically about how they are used. According to Stephen Hawking, the genetic engineering will be able to increase the complexity of our DNA and improve the human race. So this is the end of my presentation. genetically modified organisms. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.